Hey everybody, we are Stephen and Teagat, and we are creators of the blog Postcard Jar.
At Postcard Jar, our goal is really to just inspire you to take the next step on your journey, whether that is traveling to a new destination or developing a more healthy lifestyle or actually just surviving the day and getting dinner on the table.
Yeah, we are empty nesters. We are based in Nebraska. We have a daughter named Megan. She is 26 years old and is an ICU nurse in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we started our blog writing about travel, but over the past couple of years have been on a healthy living journey as well. In fact, combined, we've lost 190 pounds and we have eaten carbs.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually one of the questions that we get asked most when we talk about weight loss or people notice that we've lost a lot of weight. They always want to know, did you give up alcohol? Did you give up carbs? And did you give up sweets? And the answer is no to all of
That's
those.
correct. We eat all of those things.
Yeah, we've really done it by just eating a lot more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, kind of limiting or just being conscientious about sweets and getting more movement into our day. We obviously, we don't go to the gym during the pandemic or anything like that.
We don't travel during the pandemic.
We're not traveling, so it's been quite a year. But anyway, we wanted to show you the reason we have all this food here is because we wanted to just share with you some of the creative ways that we found to make potatoes during the pandemic.
Yeah, and potatoes are a really good food because they last a long time in your pantry. They're inexpensive and they're pretty easy to get your hands on.
And they're delicious.
And they're delicious. I mean, let's face it, we love potatoes. And so we have sort of spent some time and perfected some different ways of making them so that we can have a variety of potatoes in our day and still like them.
Yeah, so, obviously there's just a regular baked potato. For our healthy living journey, we don't do our potatoes like we used to.
Mm-mm.
We used to load them with full fat sour cream and lots of shredded cheddar cheese.
And butter.
Butter, yes, real butter. Butter. I miss butter.
Yeah. There are some
it's
things
okay.
that we have cut back on, but I still had butter on this weight loss journey.
Yeah, but for this potato today, and this is the way we usually eat baked potatoes, we eat it with some light sour cream and then the Hormel bacon bits. Those have been a great way to get some flavor and a little bit of bacon without the calories. And then we either top those with some chopped green onion or fresh chive if we have those in our garden in the summertime.
Anyway, it's just a classic baked potato. Another one of our favorite ways to do them, and we kind of developed this summer, is these. And we put these on the grill to cook them.
Good.
And so we slice them very thinly. They're almost like a chip. And then we steam them in the microwave to sort of start the cooking process, spray them with light olive oil, and put them on a grill pan. We put them on the grill. These cook for about 10 minutes on the grill, and it seems like not much is happening until the last 90 seconds or so. They kind of have to dry out, and then bam, they just cook, they crisp up. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, we really like those. With our favorite seasoning on those is a garlic dynamite seasoning that we found at Chrisman's. It's a sausage company in Kansas City, Kansas. We went there last fall, or 2 falls ago, I guess.
2019. Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things we love to get when we travel is different spice mixes. So Chrisman's on these potatoes is absolutely excellent. So Steve's not a big sweet potato fan, but I love sweet potatoes, and we prepare those a number of different ways. I love them just baked. My friend Emily taught us to just stab them multiple times all the way around
20.
the potato, yeah, 15 or 20 times. And then I just put them in the oven on a cookie sheet for about an hour at 425 or 450. And I like to make a lot of those at one time. If you're a small family or just on your own, you could actually just do, however many you think you're going to eat in the next 5 days or so. And they warm up really well in the microwave as leftovers.
Yeah, and then what do you top it with?
Okay, so I like to top it with a little bit of Splenda or Truvia sugar to sweeten it up, or brown sugar, and then a little bit of cinnamon. So cinnamon with the sweet potato to me is just absolute perfection.
Yeah, but even if she does brown sugar, it's just a couple of teaspoons, so it's not that much.
Yeah, or 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, so not that many calories.
Good
but it
healthy
goes
option.
A long ways.
Okay, what's next? What do you want to talk about?
Next, I'll talk about these right here. They're an oven roasted potatoes, so they're kind of cut up into big diced sort of
Mhm.
pieces. And then again, I think we just spray very, very lightly with a little bit of spray on olive oil.
Mhm.
And then what seasonings do we put on these?
On this one, I used a Greek seasoning. I really love Greek seasoning on potatoes this way. And we do this either with the potatoes just plain, or you could also add any of your favorite vegetables that you like to roast. And then I always like to top it off with a little fresh parsley if I have it, or if not today, I used dried parsley.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. Okay, so I think next let's talk about these, because we just got our first air fryer. We just tried it out. Actually, today was the first thing that we tried. And we did both sweet potato fries and regular white potato steak fries.
That's right.
So far we're loving the air fryer. This is our first thing, but these were super easy. We just cut up the sweet potato and the russet potato. This one I did a little bit thicker, and this one a little thinner. And then we put them in cold water for about 30 minutes.
Correct.
And then took it out of the water, made sure that they were dried off really, really well, and then those went in the air fryer.
Right, we sprayed those again with a little bit of that spray on olive oil. The recipe called for more oil. We thought, let's try it with a little bit less, and it worked because, again, we're trying to keep calorie count down.
Yes.
But still, potatoes aren't a bad thing to eat at all. And they went in the air fryer, and they came out beautifully.
Yeah, you can do this as well in your oven. Again, probably just about 400 degrees or so. Just keep an eye and make sure you toss them around a bit. So our last two things, do you want me to talk about this one? This is not your favorite.
No.
This is not his favorite, but I love sweet potatoes just with roasted vegetables. Today I did them with some just fresh Brussels sprouts and red onion. I really love this with just salt and pepper plain, or sometimes I'll put a little bit of balsamic vinegar over the top, toss them in that. And pomegranate seeds also add a really nice crunch to your roasted root vegetables.
Right.
So that's a little tip for that one.
I will tell you that it's a very pretty dish, even though I'm not a huge sweet potato fan. I can still pick around and get some things out of there that I like too.
There you go. And then this is the last one.
This is the last one. These are some fingerling potatoes. They're these nice fancy colored ones. We just sliced these in half, and again, this is an oven roasting. It's a little different kind. And this kind of potato, these are almost creamy as you bite into them and eat them. They're so tasty, so good. I just think some salt and pepper went on these, and that's it. So it's a kind of a real basic recipe, but it's again something different. So here's 8 different ways that you can serve potatoes of different types. You can keep your whole family sort of intrigued and different things every day to try out. So.
Yeah, so and the reason we selected potatoes today is because it was one of the top things on a blog post that we wrote a couple months ago about 10 foods that have helped us lose weight. And so potatoes is just one of them. There are 9 other foods.
Some of them are kind of surprising.
Yeah, they are. And you can check that out on our blog at postcardjar.com or in the comments. We'll make sure that there's a link there as well. So anyway, we just wanted to introduce ourselves and give you a couple tips on maybe some new ways that you can find to create some potatoes. But again, you can find us on social media at Postcard Jar. Do you want to say why we call our blog Postcard Jar?
Yeah, we call our blog Postcard Jar because right as we were first getting married, we were looking for souvenirs we could have or bring home from trips we were on, and we've decided that we didn't need a whole bunch more little things to go on shelves, but postcards were really pretty cheap. So we would buy a postcard, write it out with what we did that day, and mail it home. And then Anne had a great idea. We put them in a jar on our entryway, and that's our postcard jar. And then at the end of the year, we can pull those out, take a look at where we went that year.
Yeah, so anyway, we're just excited to meet all of you if you're new here, and say thanks for watching our video, and you can follow all of our adventures at postcardjar.com.
Thanks for joining us today.